What up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back. And there's something I wanted to address. This thing being hip-hop. The game, its current state. Not the game, the rapper, the game, the hip-hop, the entire game. Okay, one of the main problems in the game being Lil Wayne. Because he's not a talented rapper. He's not a talented artist. He's not an artist. He's fucked up. Hip-hop isn't what's dying or what's changing or been killed. Hip-hop is kind of a set thing. People change, okay? New things happen. But hip-hop isn't what's dying or being killed. Mainstream hip-hop. First thing we're going to do is get into mainstream media. What it is, what it's used for. Okay, mainstream media is like TV, movies, radio, just like, it's the media that pretty much everybody has access to. Even YouTube is becoming kind of mainstream media. Like, I'm seeing commercials on some of the featured videos and stuff at the end of them and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Mainstream media is used to keep you distracted, to keep you entertained, to keep you in the dark but think you're in the light. Okay, mainstream media, it's controlled by about, I don't know, like 5-6 families, right? Their agenda is to make money and to take over the world, pretty much, okay? So that's all media pretty much is. It's, you give them money to keep you entertained. Alright, we look back in history. We study ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and they built these huge coliseums, right? And they'd have these athletic sports. They had like Olympics and like gladiators and all kinds of stuff like that. And when you study this stuff, they tell you the reason why they built this stuff was to keep the general public from revolting and to keep them happy with their lives, even though they sucked, even though they weren't good compared to the rich and powerful, the czars, the kings, and the queens, and all that stuff, right? So, when you look at that, and then you look at, like, now, like, professional sports, and TV, and toys, and all the stuff like that, it's the same thing, but people don't really think about it as being relative, even though it's right there in your face. You get taught it in school. But I mean, like, I remember I studied Spanish, and they talked about the ancient Maya and Aztecs and how everybody was uneducated except for the kings and the queens. No one knew what was really going on, and they'd feed them these like BS stories about how you have to do that because of this, and you have to do this because of that god and this god and divine rule and all the stuff like that. It's still going on, and people have no idea. All right. And these rappers, the mainstream rappers, these Lil Waynes, all these people like that, are spitting their agenda through mainstream media, these powerful people, and it's through mainstream media, and it's bullshit. America got dumb. Music changed. When gangster rap was like getting that, when rap got a really bad, hip-hop got a really bad rep through gangster rap. That's when the shift happened, really, and the dumbing down phase began. That's when rap hip-hop stopped being about things that mattered, and started being about just like cash and ass and hoes and bitches and all this stuff like that. And what a pinnacle rapper became just being rich and powerful and then money, and like, it just, that's when hip-hop went in the dark. It did not die. So, like, back to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is not the best rapper alive. Lil Wayne is barely an okay rapper. Barely. And I mean, he's okay. He's okay, but people think he's a god. People worship Lil Wayne. What I'm saying is, he sucks. If you think about he got signed what, at like 14, right? Something like that, something young. I don't know what it was, but he got signed young. They took him in. They just made him rap all day, just freestyle rap. Gave him drugs. They gave him weed, they gave him promethazine, they gave him shit like that. And they just forced him to rap all day. Practice. And of course you're gonna get good. I mean, when you're young and you get exposed to drugs and you start practicing one thing over and over and over, you get good at it. In Africa, they used to capture kids and make them fight in rebel armies for diamonds. They give them drugs and make them kill people. And they got so good that they became bigger than the government army, and it was a pretty bad problem. It was like an army of kids, and it was the worst civil war of the 20th century, pretty much. Run my kids and drugs, right? Okay, same thing with Lil Wayne, pretty much. Not at all. What kind of? You get my reference. I mean, this kid Lil Chucky, he's like 7 years old, and he's exactly like Lil Wayne. Exactly. If a 7-year-old is spitting the same way as you, there's a problem. There's a problem. Lil Wayne is a joke. Like, this guy Gilly the kid from Philadelphia. He started freaking out saying, I used to ghostwrite for Lil Wayne. He's using all my material. I'm the real Lil Wayne. All this stuff. Like, why would you even claim that? Who cares? Yeah, Lil Wayne's famous, but he sucks. Why does it even matter? You know? Like, ghostwriting in itself is retarded. Like, Lil Wayne's supposed to be ghostwriting, or I already ghostwrote for, like, Dr. Dre or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And what is going on in the game? If Dr. Dre, one of the... I'm not even gonna get into that. So Lil Wayne's just a fake rapper, okay? He stands for everything that I can't stand about America, pretty much. I mean, like, hip-hop, when hip-hop was in its prime, beats were simple, words were complex. Now, beats are complex, words are simple. Pretty much because people don't listen to music, they just hear it while they listen in their head to what they want to say. It's like, oh, so much noise going on in their head, and they say a few words along that they memorize after hearing the song 1,000 times on the radio. Like, yeah, of course you're going to know the words. No substance to anything anymore. Gets on my damn nerves. For instance, the Amili beat. Big ups to Bangladesh, because he's a dope producer, and it's just sad, like, that beat was so good. Anybody could get on it and make a fire-ass song. Anybody. That beat was so dope. That's what Lil Wayne does. He gets the best producers in the game to write his to make his tracks, and then he spits some bullshit lyrics that sound good. They sound good if you don't think about them, and it's a hit, right? Fucking auto-tune. Get out of my face. Garbage. Lil Wayne raps about the same three things over and over and over. Over and over. Same things. Over and over and over. Anybody could have killed that beat. I'm a millionaire. I got a millionaire. Look at my head. I got a million hairs. It's gay. It's stupid. Go listen to some Lupe Fiasco or something. Just, please, people, enlighten yourselves. Think.